Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's Cowboys versus Washington Football Team preview show on LANGERR at the Mic Live. We are live today previewing Washington Football Team versus Cowboys and hope y'all are safe and healthy and happy during these difficult times of COVID-19. Again, Canada is still under lockdown. The Cowboys are also under lockdown in a 2020 state of mind right now because they're just an absolutely hot mess. Just a lot of headlines from this week that I haven't gotten into quite yet, at least in my post-game show that I did after the game on Monday against the Cardinals. But yeah, Jane Slater, the day after the game on Tuesday, reported that, that the Cowboys coaches, or that an anonymous source from the Cowboys said that the coaching staff is totally unprepared. They don't teach, and they don't have any sense of adjusting on the fly. And another source said that they just aren't really good at their jobs. Well, my response to that is, well, you guys aren't very good at your jobs either. I don't know who that anonymous source was. I don't know if it was a veteran that's been on the team for the last couple of years, or maybe someone like Everson Griffin, or someone that, again, just signed, maybe Don Terry Poe. I don't know. But that's just whoever it was just extremely cowardly to do so. And, if given how bad this defense is, right? And let's get into this right now because I was curious to see before making this video, just how bad this Cowboys 2020 defense is compared to, remember, that 2013 defense the Cowboys had. Remember after I did a bit of a take on this in the post-game show I did for the Cleveland game. So the Cowboys in 2013, again, that terribly awful season with Rod Marinelli, mostly Monty Kiffin. In 2013, the Cowboys gave up 430.7 yards per game and 21.6 points per game against. They did have a strong defensive effort against the St. Louis Rams at the time. I remember where they just gave up 7 points, and I think another good effort against the Giants, but they gave up 430.7 yards per game. The Cowboys' 2020 defense, at least the numbers aren't as bad as they were a couple of weeks ago after the Cleveland game. But the Cowboys right now are giving up 419.2 yards per game, but 31.1 points per game against right now. The Cowboys' defense is. And just in case you're wondering, 84 of those points, 84 points are off turnovers. And if I do some quick math right here, let's just see how many points per game off turnovers that is. Just quick little math here. 84 divided by 6. So that's around 14 points per game the Cowboys are giving up just off turnovers alone. So, yeah, just Cowboys defense, if you're going to call it your coaching staff, at least, maybe just be better first. Maybe don't give up don't give up 80-yard touchdowns and 80-yard touchdown receptions to Christian Kirk or what is it, 40, 50, or no, it was a 69-yard run by Kenyon Drake, or I don't know, maybe 300 yards rushing against the Cleveland Browns. Maybe don't do that. Maybe you be good at your jobs first before you call it your coaching staff. I'm not saying the coaching staff is doing a good job because, Mike Nolan, the way he's been so far, does deserve a lot of criticism. And if it doesn't change quickly, then there's a strong case to be made for him being fired just after one season, even with all the injuries and all that, even with the front office not getting, what they need really at corner and defensive line and all that. But yeah, just anyway, Cowboys players that called out your coaching staff anonymously, you guys have to be better too. You guys have to be better at your jobs. You guys have to be better at adjusting on the fly. And yeah, just anyway. And then Jerry Jones on the radio this morning, calling out Jane Slater's credibility. I just feel like I don't want to talk too much into that, although, I guess it's interesting that Jerry is now angry Jerry that we saw against or last year after the New England game, and that week between the New England game and the Buffalo game, the Cowboys just lost. I think it was like 10 to 9 or 10 to 6 at New England. Or yeah, it was just like that ugly game in the rain, and then the Cowboys just got pretty much blown out at home against Buffalo on Thanksgiving. So so Jerry's angry and rightfully so, and maybe Jerry has to be better at his job too in terms of making sure his son Steven and that front office just rebounds after the season, and that's all I'll say. So yeah, because Jane Slater, heck of a reporter, doing a great job getting that anonymous source and spitting the facts. So anyway, yeah, just Cowboys just have to be better all around and not point fingers anonymously at each other. Just be better overall. Each and every one of you, players, coaching staff, front office, owner, top to bottom, Cowboys have to be better. Now let's get into this game against the Washington Football Team, the nameless Washington Football Team. Honestly, I'm going to keep this simple today. I know I don't go position group by position group. I'm going to kind of do that today, but I'm going to keep this a little bit more simple. Real quick, the injury report. Of course, the Cowboys have, another 2 injuries on the offensive line, the already decimated offensive line. Zach Martin, man, he only missed 2 games in 2018, but he started, besides those 2 games that he missed in 2018, he has started every single game of his career. I looked back, 16 games 2014, 6 games 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 just missed 2, and then he started every game so far this year, and he played 16 in 2019 as well. So yeah, Zach Martin being out, the only Pro Bowler left on the offensive line being out. Yeah, that sucks because right now the Cowboys are going to field an offensive line. That would be that offensive line that they would field in what would be a second quarter of a first preseason game. So the good news, I guess, sort of, is that Cam Irving, having started games in the NFL, left tackles, I think he will be back this week. So I guess that's encouraging. But Brandon Knight is also going to be out, and he did struggle against the Cardinals last week. So again, this offensive line up and down, just is a mess. It's a hot mess, of course. Alden Smith also took a neck stinger in the game last week, and he is, I think he's questionable, but we'll see how that plays out. And Randy Gregory also, I think, will be eyeing a return as well. So, hopefully that becomes a bit of a juice or adds some juice to the Cowboys defensive line. But yeah, that's Cowboys injury report. Injury report for Washington. Really just their left tackle, Sadiq Charles, wide receiver, Antonio Gandy Golden, defensive end, James Smith and James Smith Williams, and wide receiver, Isaiah Wright, have all been declared out for Washington. But let's get right into the matchups here. Real quick, just look, again, the Cowboys offensive line of Cam Irving, Yeah, the other Cam was Fleming last year. He's now with the Giants. But anyway, Cam Irving, Connor Williams, Tyler Biotish, Connor McGovern, and Terrence Steele against number 1 overall pick Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne, and Montez Sweat. Enough said. Advantage Washington. Washington secondary, I think this is going to be one of the better secondaries the Cowboys have played against so far, although that Arizona secondary was also pretty darn solid last week with Budda Baker making plays everywhere. Even Patrick Peterson not being bad, and just that other guy. Get back to that in a sec. But the Washington Football Team secondary with Kendall Fuller, Ronald Darby, Fabian Moreau are decent cornerbacks, and Landon Collins is still at this point a veteran, decent safety. And the question is, like I said, with the Cowboys' really decimated offensive line right now, is as good as the Cowboys' wide receivers are, will it matter? Because will they have any time to get open whatsoever? I don't think so. Because Andy Dalton, I think he took 3 sacks in the game last week, but on Monday night. But he took, he just had to. He was running away from pressure all night. So I don't think that, as good as this Cowboys wide receiving core is, and even though they can make plays running after the catch, I don't think it'll be good. Like, they just won't have time to get open down the field, I don't think. So yeah, and will Zeke protect the darn football? Will Ezekiel Elliott, who leads the league in drops and leads the league in fumbles, will he protect the ball? We'll see. I don't think so. I think he's, I don't think he will be the one fumbling today. It might be Andy Dalton with a strip sack fumble, but someone's going to turn the ball over for the Cowboys this week, just because that's the way it's been all season. So, and I'm calling it like it is. On the Washington side, their offensive line is also kind of banged up, like I said, with Sadiq Charles being out, their rookie. But Brandon Sheriff is good. One of the better guards in the league. Moses at offensive tackle is okay. But Kyle Allen, look, here's one of the X factors for me is, will Kyle Allen, will he be bad or will he be okay? So far, we've seen, this Cowboys defense, the way they're playing, they are very capable of making bad quarterbacks look like Joe Montana. So I think Kyle Allen will be good enough in this game. Washington should honestly look to run the ball with Antonio Gibson and just see what the compete level and efforts like of these Cowboys linebackers between Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch, who again got hurt in the game last week. Joe Thomas. Just let's see how and Dontari Poe and Everson Griffin getting blown off the line. I mean, if I'm Washington, let's see how much compete and effort is in this Cowboys defense. And yeah, so they should look to run the ball and honestly just take advantage of whoever Terry McLaurin's matched up with, whether it's Jordan Lewis or whether that's Anthony Brown or whether that's Darryl Worley and whether it's Terry McLaurin or whoever Darryl Worley is covering, they should throw to whoever Darryl Worley is covering. So yeah, that should be Washington's game plan on offense. So I would say the Cowboys' chances to win on in terms of defense is, can the pass rush, which has shown moments of sort of hope this year with Aldon Smith, with sometimes Everson Griffin, sort of. Maybe if Randy Gregory plays, maybe if Bradley and I gets more snaps, can the Cowboys pass rush get to Kyle Allen? That could be a chance for the Cowboys to that could help the Cowboys win this week. Or like I said, can Kyle Allen just be bad? Like Kyler Murray was last week, passing the ball. Kyler Murray was bad. He was 9 for, I think it was 24. So under 50% completion percentage. He just hit on 2 or 3 big plays passing, and he used his legs, and the Cowboys, again, whenever they turn the ball over, they just wouldn't compete on defense. So yeah, so if the Cowboys can win, if the Cowboys do not turn the ball over, they have a chance to win. If they don't turn the ball over, but I think they will, just because that's the way it's been all year. They have to get the ball quickly out of Andy Dalton's hands, and they haven't been good at running screens this year either. So I don't know if that's the answer. Maybe quick slants, maybe quick outs, maybe creative type of dipsy doodle in the backfield play design. Kellen Moore, Mike McCarthy, they're going to have to be creative to get the ball out of Andy Dalton's hands quickly and do so in a way that, doesn't just run into roadblocks to the line of scrimmage because the Cowboys are, or CeeDee Lamb takes an illegal block in the back penalty and they back up 10 yards. So they have to get the ball successfully and efficiently out of Andy Dalton's hands quick. And Zeke's going to have to get the running game going. Zeke does not have a 100-yard rushing game so far this year yet. Friggin' $90 million Ezekiel Elliott does not have a 100 rushing yard game, and I think he only has 1 or 2 runs over 15 or 20 yards, and the one time that it happened, he fumbled the ball, of course, because that's the way 2020 is going so far. And on defense, the Cowboys they have to just not give up plays. Maybe, look, Darryl Worley has been getting exposed every single game again, as like in that cover 3 played at Christian Kirk last week or on Monday night. But logic says that the Cowboys defense are just going to keep giving up plays and keep getting gashed and keep, not competing. So I don't know if that's possible, but if they don't give up big plays on defense, they have a chance. And if Kyle Allen is just bad, they also have a chance, of course. So Washington, they'll win if we see that the same Cowboys team that we've seen every single week so far in 2020. Very simple. Washington forces turnovers early. If they get to Andy Dalton, if Deron Payne, Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, if they affect the pocket, and if they just get to, and if Andy Dalton has 1.243 seconds to throw the ball in every single play, well then yeah, the Washington football team will force turnovers. They'll get to Andy Dalton, and on offense, again, just take advantage of Darryl Worley and Terry McLaurin, whoever he's matched up with. That's the way Washington wins. Very simple. And my predictions. I think this is going to be another ugly game. I think Washington's going to take this one. I don't know if they're going to get to 30 points, so I'm going to say 23-13 Washington in this one. And Cowboys, I just think the Cowboys will just turn the ball over again, and they won't force a turnover by Kyle Allen, because that's just the way it's been so far this year. I know I sound like a broken record, but yeah, that's just calling it like it is. And if the Cowboys can't score more than 10 with Andy Dalton at home and with that decimated offensive line against the Cardinals defense, I don't see them putting much more than 10 up against this Washington front seven that's led by Ron Rivera. So yeah, that's basically it. 23-13 Washington football team wins an ugly one, and the Cowboys, tank season continues, and not DeMarcus Lawrence. I'm referring to tanking for maybe not that number 1 overall pick, but hey, maybe a top 5 pick. Yeah, just tank season will continue if the Cowboys lose this one, like I said. So yeah, that's basically it for this Cowboys versus Washington Football Team preview show. Again, if you enjoy my commentary, you can subscribe to my channel, give a big thumbs up on this video, and also we're available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We'll have a very special guest actually tomorrow, like I said, on my Instagram story, which you can follow me, link included in the description below, and on Twitter as well. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I'll be meeting with Paulo de Souza, one of my former teammates, who is now the captain of the Oklahoma Sooners Division I hockey team. So he'll be on the show tomorrow afternoon, I should say, but it'll be uploaded by tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. But this has been a Cowboys versus Washington Football Team preview here on LANGERR at the Mic live. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again next time.